Hello there everyone, Keglagek Gaming here, and I'm going to be starting a new series here on World of Warcraft that I'm going to be doing, I want to call it something fancy and clever, but basically it's going to be DM Diaries. A lot of people always ask on the forums and, Dungeons and Dragons and role-playing and WoW, how do I do DMing, how do I dungeon master, or how do I make a story that moves forward progressively? And so I'm going to do a little bit on both of those things for the community. Now, I'm not just some random guy. You know that I'm not a very popular YouTuber or streamer. I know my name's not out there. But I do have credentials. I run a guild here. As you can see, I'm the only person in it right now. But we have 142 people who are in the guild. Now, some of those are alts because, of course, people like to roleplay and all of that. It's on different characters. So I would say on a standard event night when we're up and rolling, we will have anywhere from 20 to 25 independent role players. So different people, not alts, so a pretty hefty size and good amount of people showing up to participate in what we call campaign nights, as well as, on a typical other kind of night we have 5-10 people come out for what we call tavern nights, or just kind of free RPing around town, talking and chatting. So I have been doing DMing for quite a long time. In World of Warcraft, I've of course been playing since vanilla, but I'm not going to be one of those jerks. I know I'm better than you because I'm a vanilla player. But I have been role-playing since vanilla, of course. I've been DMing since then, as well as longer. Dungeon mastering for actual paper and pencil D&D. 2.5, 3.0, Pathfinder, all the good fun stuff. So the credentials are there, and I'd just like to pass along some tips and some helpful things I can offer to the community to make role-playing a better experience and kind of just make it more fun. Role-playing is one of the few things that no matter what's going on, if there's a content drought, if there's not a whole lot of people playing, there's not a lot of raid going on, you can still make your own fun, you can have a great group of friends, and you can experience the world in a completely different way. So, let's go on to the first kind of rule or first tenet of DMing that I have that I want to pass along that people should know about. And that is going to be know your party. The biggest thing I've ever seen people mess up on is that they DM and they think that, oh, it's about me killing the party, or it's about me telling a story about my character and everyone else is just NPCs, or they're just in the way, or they're just a part of it. That's absolutely wrong. If you go out about that approach, people aren't going to want to play with you. It's not going to be a fun experience, and you'll find a lot of people bored, not wanting to show up or anything like that. So the biggest thing I can tell you is know your party. If you're going to be doing it with 5-10 people, get to know each and every one of them out of character and in character. What are their characters' goals? What do they want to do? Everyone's here, of course, to have fun, and everyone wants to have a progressive story arc. Yes, it's fun to sit in the tavern and do something silly like drink beer and talk about this, or pick up chicks, or whatever you want to do with your character for that night. But to do that 5 nights in a row every single night, and that's the only RP you get, eventually becomes boring and stale, and you find that your character doesn't progress or go anywhere. So when people are specifically looking for a DM, or they're looking for a group to do something with, they want to have a progressive story arc. So find out what's important to their characters so you can make a progressive story arc around that. You want to make sure that if part of your group is all about they want to have vengeance or redemption, it might be about finding power, it might be about getting more skills, getting money. That's what you want to focus on. If there's other people in the party who it's about, respecting life, or just finding a way to live, you can make a story that involves everything, or at least invites everyone to have some hand in it. If you create a story that, let's give an example, you've got a party of 5 people. You've got a couple people who are just mercenaries. They're out for gold, so they'll do anything they want. You got a person who's bloodthirsty, that they only care about war, they just want to kill more people. You've got some people, and the other 2 people will say are healers. They're respectful of life, and they're just trying to help keep people alive. They're afraid of all the war. People have been dying. You can create a story about, your group's been hired, or you saw a flyer for someone looking to We'll go with something really basic. You know, there's a pack of bandits on the road elsewhere. Go deal with them. That gives you a reason for your mercenaries. Hey, paycheck, let's go deal with them. Your healers are saying, well, even though I heal and help people, if they're killing people, obviously they need to be stopped. And you got your bloodthirsty person who can come in and, of course, take some lives if they want to. But, of course, you want to always present options in there as well. Don't let it all flow as just one. It shouldn't just be a linear story. You shouldn't go from box 1 to box 2 to box 3 to box 4. In these cases, when you know people's characters, you know what they want, you want to present challenges. And in every hero story, in every story you'll see, there's a challenge. It's not as easy as, oh, I just moved from box A to box B, I learned to use a sword, now I go and slay the big demon, now I'm the hero. They're presented with choices, they're presented with challenges, they're presented with things that question the moral of their character and make them think about their decisions. And that's the second part of knowing your party. If you've got people who are bloodthirsty, present them with options where they don't have to kill the enemy, or present them with a strong moral choice that the enemy turned out to be a child or someone who's mentally sick or someone who is misunderstood. Don't just let them run in their sword waving, killing everyone. Make them think about it. Make them question their character and see if it forces growth. A lot of characters, who are battle-worn and heavy and, I'll kill everyone and anyone, when presented against children or dishonorable kill or things like that, it might shock some people to watch them say, no, this is not something I'm going to kill, I'm going to walk away from. And, again, it's all about fun, and that's fun. It's fun to watch your characters grow. It's fun to see them in different situations where you never thought. A lot of our peers tend to, love those storylines on the forums or those questions where it's like, hey, how would your character react to this? They love it because they're being put in a new situation that they hadn't thought about, and they get to think, oh, how would my character react to that? How would my character feel? What would they do? What would they see? And that's the whole adrenaline and thrill of RPing. So every time you're interacting, you should involve something of that nature to get people really drawn in, to get them really interested in doing it. So, number 1, always, always, always know your party. Now, we're going to move on to section 2 here soon, but I'm going to break these up into different videos. So I thank you for listening to the DM Diaries number 1, talking about knowing your party. And we're going to cut the video there, but I will make more. I promise we're going to get really in-depth with this. We're going to talk about every topic we possibly can. So I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for dropping by. Again, Keglagek Gaming, and we'll see you soon. Happy RP.